What's that?
Always battle back.
No, it's listen. Look at the whole homestand. It's we play two really good ball clubs, and we were in every game to the last drop. We pulled 2 out of 3. Not what we're looking for, but not bad. I love the fight. I mean, listen, man, you got to love the fight. If you're standing or sitting in the captain's chair and you got a bunch of guys that fight like that, what else could you possibly want? We're not going to be perfect every night. We're going to make mistakes. Of course we are. But if you have that kind of fight, I'll take it.
You talked before the game about staying in the moment, about Ross.
Yeah, we had the opportunity earlier. We didn't get that done on the bunt, but he's a pro. He's an absolute pro. He missed that first pitch slider. I think he'd like to have that back. It was a pitch he could have put in the outfield, but just based on configuration of defense, he couldn't have thrown the ball any better there to end the ball game. I have a lot of faith in him. Behind the plate, at the plate, he works good at bats. I know the numbers aren't there, but he normally works a pretty good at bat, and he can do things in moments. And I obviously that was a big moment for us.
With a young club like you have, how does that fight kind of develop and materialize over the course of the season?
Well, you'd like to believe it's going to continue to become more believable. Thus, you're going to do it more readily or easily or kind of expectedly, if that's a word. You nurture those kind of things, and we talked about it in spring training. Talked about respecting 90, talking about do simple better, talk about all these different concepts. It's a conceptual thing, everything is, and so once you get that ingrained within the fabric of your culture, then all of a sudden it could become part of the day. Obviously, Kansas City's got that. I've been with teams. Tampa Bay had it. I believe we got it. It's there to be nurtured. It's right there. It's about finishing games. It's about talk about the fundamental stuff. We were pretty good fundamentally today, pretty good.
Joe, on Ross's second at bat there, the first baseman was sneaking in a little bit. Were you thinking maybe of deja vu and bunting again in that situation?
No, it was a different play. It's a forced play at home. It's an easier play for them, more difficult for us to execute.
With Waddle, you're mindful of his history of being effective early and
right. Yeah, I mean, I thought, going into the sixth is, I mean, he was going if he goes 1, 2, 3, they're beautiful. And then I took the walk as a sign. Maybe that was the Waterloo moment right there. The fastball, if you remember, the fastball he walked Kane on was really way up and outside, not his typical pitch. So from my perspective, I'm seeing a little bit of a labor. That's all. And so you got fresh arms down there. You got guys ready for that moment. Had Woody ready just for Morales and Gordon. Obviously it didn't work out, but that was the plan.
How good is it for your team to play these teams that are in the playoffs?
That's how you get better, man. You get better by playing teams that had been in the playoffs, by teams that are considered really good. That's how you get better. You don't get better playing, whatever you perceive to be the bottom. You want to play the top all the time. You want that every day. I love it. I think it's great for our development, and that's how we're going to get better quicker.
So you have a ton of these close victories, a lot of walk-off victories. You just have a bullpen that a little bit on a roller coaster. How do you explain how they're able to kind of come together?
It's really, I mean, it's the attitude of not giving up. It's the attitude of something bad happens, we're still going to fix it somehow. You're right. I mean, we do need to tighten down the bullpen. We have to tighten it down, and just imagine when we do, or if we just had played to that level to this point. I mean, we've played better than this record's indicated. We've just given up some games late that we're going to stop doing. But I think, like I said, the two areas I like to see us get better at is predictability out of the bullpen and more consistent on the routine play on defense.
Cogman probably had the best swings of the day.
Wow, he was all over everything. Right up to the last out, he was all over everything. You could see it. You see when a hitter's seeing the ball well, his rhythm, his timing was good. Everything was sharp off the bat. We're going back to Miami. Maybe that was part of the gig. Really good. He was outstanding. That was his best outing for me. You can look at the strikeouts in San Diego, but I thought he pitched really well, and he carried his stuff more deeply into the game. He went like 95 or 6 pitches today, which, that's, 100, 105, which probably would be his best moment. I thought he was great. I thought he was really, really good. He's very calm. His at-bat was great, too. To try to move the runner was an outstanding at-bat. He's done some nice things at the plate and on the bases. He's a good baseball player. He had a nice day.
Can you take us through those replay reviews, or at least that last one was going through your head when you were looking at that foul?
Oh, please. Please make the right decision here. You're at the mercy of it, I know. technology is wonderful, but maybe not wonderful enough. The stands call. I mean, I really thought he was safe. Even after I saw the review, I'll absolutely say I thought he was safe. The stands call always annoys me just a little bit, as opposed to confirmed. So whatever, we were able to pull it out, but I truly thought he was safe. And if you ask Dexter, there's no reason to lie. I really thought his hand was in first before the tag was applied.
Is that a case where you think Neil calls him safe?
He's safe, right? Whatever the call was on the field, stands. That's why I said stands.
You touched on this before the game. Who are you rooting for, the Blackhawks or Lightning?
Did I touch on it? Was I very political? Was I very on the fence? Was I very milk toast? Was I all the above? I was straddling the blue line. I'm going to continue to do so. I mean, of course, as a Chicagoan right now, of course, I'm into the Blackhawks. I know these dudes from the Lightning. It's going to be a strange series. I'm going to stay with my original statement, may the best team win. It's going to be an interesting series. I mean, it's going to be an outstanding series, both teams. Listen, I used to really be into hockey back in the day. I'm not as, I don't watch it as much as I used to, like when, actually I was a St. Louis Blues fan. That's going to disappoint a lot of people right now. Glenn Hall and Jacques Plante, Red Berenson and the Plager brothers, et cetera. I mean, that's when I was really into hockey. So right now, it's more of a, let's have the best team win.
So 7 games?
That'd be outstanding. 7 games, triple overtime, see what happens. All right.